Welcome to Trojan Corner. Today we are reading Fractions in Disguise by Edward Einhorn. Some kids collect baseball cards. Some collect action figures. Me, I collect fractions. I've been collecting them for exactly 2/3 of my life. In my bedroom, shelves full of fractions cover 3/4 of my wall. Maybe it's because I was born during a half moon, or maybe it's because I am 1/4 genius, 1/4 stubborn, 1/3 determined, and 1/6 crazy. But for me, it all adds up to one thing. I can't get enough of these darn fractions. So when a brand new 5/9 went up for auction, you know I was first in line to buy it. The 5/9 is a thing of beauty. When you first look at it, it looks like a 1/2. But the more you look at it, the more you realize it's just a little bit more. The room was filled with regular customers, Baron von Mathematic, Madame de Geometric, and the mysterious Mr. Brok, the former university professor rumored to have been fired for the illegal possession of a 4/0. I bid 1/2 of $1,000,000. Madame de Geometric bid 3/4 of $1,000,000. Baron de Mathematique bid 7/8 of $1,000,000. Our bids were clearly approaching $1 million. Would we ever reach it? Suddenly, we found ourselves in darkness. "There's foul play afoot," cried the Baron. His fears proved true. When the lights went back on, the 5/9 was nowhere to be seen. Neither was Dr. Brok. "Alas, he's stolen it!" exclaimed Baron von Mathematique. "He never gets his fractions fair and square," agreed Madame de Geometric. "But how can he hope to hide it?" I asked. "He's a master of disguise, Mr. Factor," Madame de Geometric explained. "He can take a 1/2 and turn it into 2/4 or a 3/6. It's still the same fraction, but it looks different." "So am I to understand that he can take a 3/5?" I began. "Multiply the 3 by 4 and the 5 by 4, continued Madame de Geometric, "and have something that looks like a 12/20, I concluded. "But it's still 3/5 really," Madame de Geometric agreed. "He just doesn't want you to know it." "My poor, beautiful fraction," wailed Baron de Geometric. "Don't despair," I said. "I have an idea." That night, I worked till dawn. By morning, I had what I needed, a reducer. What's a reducer? It's 1/2 a ray gun and 1/2 calculator, made from a whole lot of paper clips, a whisk, some discarded computer parts, and sheer ingenuity. What does it do? It removes the disguise from a fraction and reduces it to its lowest terms. I tested it out that morning. For a long time, I had owned a 10/15, but I suspected that it could be another fraction in disguise. I pointed the reducer at it and dialed a 2. The top number, or numeral as we call it in the trade, wavered, trying to turn into a 5, but the bottom number, a denominator, stayed the same. I dialed a 3. The denominator tried to be transformed into a 5, but the numeral wouldn't budge. I dialed a 4, and nothing happened. Finally, I dialed a 5. The fraction changed completely. The 10 became a 2, and the 15 became a 3, leaving me with a sleek 2/3. The reducer was ready to go. Dr. Brok lived in a mansion that had to be 1/10 a mile tall. When I rang the bell, he opened the door halfway. "Let me in, Doctor," I told him. "I know you have the 5/9 in there, and I'm going to find it." Come in," he purred. "Take a look around. You'll see no 5/9 in here." I went in. There were fractions everywhere, piled on shelves, bursting from cupboards, covering the floor. There was even an enormous 100/100 hanging from the ceiling. Quickly, I spotted my first fraud. "That's 3/21, I said. "It's really a 1/7, isn't it?" I pointed my reducer at the fraction and dialed a 3. Both the numerator and the denominator were divided, and now I had a 1/7 before me, as I had suspected. "That's a very interesting device you have there," commented Dr. Brok, eyeing the reducer nervously. "Ingenious, really." I spotted another suspicious fraction. Could that be 5/9 in disguise? It was spotted. It was a 34/63, and it looked familiar. I dialed a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nothing seemed to work. You can't reduce that one, said Dr. Brok. That fraction's already reduced to its lowest terms, I'm afraid. He was smiling in secret satisfaction as he said it, but he was right. That fraction was as reduced as it could be. I found a few more fractions that could be reduced. A 8/10 became 4/5, a 2/16 became a 1/8, and an 11/22 became a 1/2, but no 5/9. I even looked for the garage, full of old fractions and fraction pieces so small that they were worthless. I found a piece from a 1/28, a 1/63, and a 1/92. The 5/9 was nowhere to be seen. There was something I was missing. Well, it was nice of you to visit, Dr. Brok began saying. I would invite you to stay longer, but I was just about to polish all my This 1/63, where did it come from? I interrupted. It's just an old broken fraction, sputtered Dr. Brok. Quickly, I raced back to the 34/63. A tiny 1/63 fit perfectly into it, making the fraction 35/63. This was a fraction that could be reduced. No, wait, cried Dr. Brok. But it was too late. I had already pointed the reducer and dialed a 7. The 35 divided and became a 5, while a 63 divided and became a 9. There it was, right in front of me, the 5/9 I had been looking for. Very clever, Dr. Brok said with a sneer. I didn't think you had it in you. He raced up the stairs and unhooked a rope. Suddenly, the 100/100 above me began falling, all the 100 pieces of it looking like daggers. I dialed the reducer up to 100, aimed high, and jumped for cover. A solid disc landed with a clatter and rolled away. The 100/100 had become a solid whole, no longer a fraction at all. But Dr. Brok was gone. Baron von Mathematik and Madame de Geometrique couldn't believe it when I told them the story. You did it, Mr. Factor, the Baron cried, saluting me. The fraction is yours, said Madame de Geometrique. You earned it. I put it in the most prominent place on my top shelf, right next to the reducer. Now, every morning when dawn comes, the first ray of light through my window lands right on the 5/9. It doesn't look half bad.